I just don't understand why they feel the need to take over something. Just if it's in that high of a demand, what if you made 3 magazines of that type? Wouldn't that outsell it? If
no,
you
what if
it?
you took over Game Informer magazine and just explained to everybody why games are bad for America? That's probably smart. We should try it. Let's try it for 5 years.
Let's see how well it goes.
Bunch of dumb.
It's so stupid. Here's a little bit of a combo news / OTR discussion we can have about brands going woke, and I know that's not an imaginary thing.
Hey, if you go woke, then guess what? It's gonna happen. You're probably gonna go broke.
So here's a funny story about that. You guys remember Playboy magazine?
Yeah, they went woke for a minute.
Yeah, they went woke. Yeah. So in 2017, after Hugh Hefner died, his son Cooper took over. The brand went a different direction.
AKA no more nudes.
Yeah, no more nudes.
Is that what the brand direction was?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they started featuring like transgender models in it. They started having like, they had like Lizzo on it. They had like kind of just the other side of the whole like thing.
They printed that one like a newspaper.
Everything but everything but what they used to be. Yeah, so what happened is within a year they ended up having to like go on hiatus. It was a bad choice. Clearly, this is not up for debate. They have summed it up as being a terrible call. And
you're not Maxim magazine, brother. You're Playboy.
Yeah. So it put them out for 5 years, and now it has come back, and they have come back as classic Playboy centerfolds, cover, everything what it used to be, and it's flying off the shelves.
Yeah. Wow.
Let's go, boys.
Clean clap.
You know why? It's because Trump's back, baby. Let's f***ing go, dog.
The boys are back in town.
You guys gonna pick up a copy of the latest issue or what?
No.
It's Steve Harvey's daughter on the cover of the new one.
What? No way. Is that really true?
Yeah, that's her.
Get the fuck out of here. That's Steve
Lori
Harvey's
Harvey. Yeah, she's actually really famous.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can we cut to Steve Harvey right now wherever he is?
No, she has an OnlyFans, and then Steve Harvey was like not so happy about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Lori Harvey.
All this talking he's been doing, he can't even control his daughter.
You know who I wish was on the Playboys these days?
Who's that?
Who's the slutty girl who played Catwoman?
Halle Berry.
Slutty one? Yeah, no, the slutty one.
I don't know.
She just played Catwoman.
The new one?
And she's also a daughter of a famous man. Lenny Kravitz's kid.
Oh, Zoe Kravitz?
Thank you.
Oh.
Put her on the cover.
Give her 2 issues. Call it a day.
Print it like a newspaper. Make it big.
But yeah, it's been 5 years since they've made a magazine. They really had to like pull everything
I mean,
back.
what a bunch of dumb fucks. Why did it take 5 years for them to realize that was a stupid move?
They're arguing, much infighting.
Like when this came out, everyone was like, boo, this is a bad idea.
Well, I don't understand why, like, if they want to make those things, like if they want to do transgender, like obese people,
Make a
like,
different
make a different magazine. Yeah. If
They're
there's
just play girl, right?
if they believe there's a demand, I mean, can't they just make a better magazine than Playboy?
Yeah.
If they think it's like a better idea.
How many times you read Playgirl? Probably a million times.
Probably never.
Probably million and one.
If I go poop in your bathroom, you're telling me there's no magazine to play?
I don't know
Playgirl
why.
doesn't exist.
Bullshit. You were a subscriber.
Subscribed immediately.
I'll get you 12 months right now.
You know what I don't get is like, okay, let's say it's a magazine for straight guys, right? And that's your customer.
I'm listening.
And then you have a fucking hard dick on the centerfold, and then guys are just like, I don't like this, and then you go, why? Homophobe? And it's like, I'm fucking straight, dude. I buy Playboy to see a woman's body. I want to see titties and pussy. And then they're like, well, why don't you like this dick identifying as a pussy? And it's like, cause it's a hard throbbing dick, and I don't want to see that.
Let me read you guys what
big,
the changes were in 2019. So the son of Hugh Hefner ended up leaving, and in 2019 the editorial team consisted of 2 women and a gay dude, all under 32, and their mission was to make Playboy more progressive.
Lit.
Here's what they said. They said, today we strive to be more inclusive, stretching and redefining tired and frankly sexist definitions of beauty, arousal, and eroticism. They canceled nudity. They canceled celebrity pictorials.
We hate ourselves so much.
They ended up including like Lizzo, and it says non-binary pop star Halsey. And then it said the Playboy bunnies are retitled to brand ambassadors.
Oh, that's cool.
And Playmates are referred to as the September Playmate instead of Miss September, so they're not misgendered.
That's so stupid.
This is like when they took away the air whores and they made them stewardesses.
Or Sky Sluts.
Sky sluts.
I'm like, come on, hey, air whore, I need some more water over here. And they're like, I'm a stewardess.
More ice.
Yo, check this out.
They had Ezra Miller on there as a.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he beat up a chick
Yeah,
But he can't.
a couple times?
He like
can't do anything wrong.
He like abducted a child.
Let's give this guy a centerfold.
But yeah, here's the
Oh,
Playboy
kid, though.
2019
Fuck.
Playboy
Stop.
official. I swear that's.
Well, it's just too far the other way.
That seems like a joke.
It just
In
feels
the
like
90s to the.
That does. It feels like a parody.
It feels like a South Park joke.
Wait, is that the cat who was stealing everyone's luggage?
yes.
It is.
Yeah.
The bald guy stole
Yeah.
everyone's luggage. He stole some lady's luggage.
Wait, so does it say how these guys came into power, or like why his son just left?
I think
'Cause-
that's what his son probably wanted it to be that way, and then pieced out.
Oh.
I don't know.
Maybe he was just like, I'm lazy. I don't want to do this shit.
Or maybe he's like, my dad was like part of the problem, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe, yeah. Because it says to
Right.
promote the woke rebrand at the time, Playboy held an event in West Hollywood featuring discussions on topics like feminism and conversion therapy.
But what I don't get is like,
Why are they
you're okay. You're not, the magazine is for straight men, right? So why the fuck would you have a committee of gays and women to market something for straight men? That's the stupidest thing ever.
Don't know.
That's
Yeah,
like-
I just don't understand why they feel the need to take over something. Just if it's in that high of a demand, what if you made 3 magazines of that type? Wouldn't that outsell it? If
No,
you
what if
believed
you
it?
took over Game Informer magazine and just explained to everybody why games are bad for America? That's probably smart. We should try it. Let's try it for 5 years.
Let's see how well it goes.
Bunch of dumb fucks.
It's so stupid.
It's literally the complete opposite, right?
It's like you don't love your customer.
Correct.
When
you
you're-
hate them.
Yeah, that's like the beer companies, and then they're fucking doing all that weird woke stuff. It's like, dude, your customer doesn't connect with this shit.
Like Ryan is right. Like if they just made their own magazine that was like this mission statement, it would do really well.
Yeah, sure.
Just not under Playboy,
Like, I
with
don't-
their existing client base or whatever.
Yeah, they should make like Gay Boy magazine.
Gay Boy is a good name.
That would have been good.
I think that's where, like, you know, like people like to say that it's a myth that this agenda is trying to take over things, but this just feels like a really clear example. Like, if it's something that's so good to you, like, why can't it be a separate thing that outsells what you do?
It should be able to exist on its own.
It should outsell the things you don't like, like naturally.
That's very true.
But I think that is the game to take over like iconic legacy things
to
that are
change
mainstream,
things, yeah.
and then change, like kind of force the perception upon others.
Or it's like maybe looked at as like an easy fix. Like the world is going this way, we got to get ahead of it.
And it's cool that, like,
Yeah.
it went back to its sense of humor. Like, Playboy actually back in the day did have a lot of like pretty good articles, I guess, with that were, you know, I never saw them, but then like this is how they present Lori Harvey. They like say that it literally says America's hottest nepo baby. Like that's pretty sick that they're the self-awareness of it.
Yeah.
There's a piece in there titled "The Rise of the Beta Male," which explores the alarming trend of porn-addicted virgins. There's another, there's a Jewish thing about the rise of anti-Semitism and if it's more of a media fabrication. Stuff that might actually be pretty interesting.
I'll take a read at this.
Yeah, let me check out that Playboy for that article.
Let's go grab one.
I'll be reading this.
I was thumbing through the Lori Harvey stuff, mostly looking for the articles.
Yeah.
what if the-
I'm only here for the art.
What if the son really thought 20 steps ahead? Hey, I'm gonna do it just to show people that's not gonna work down the line.
Lose a ton of money.
Well, then they all did that at the same time all together.
5 years of revenue.
They're
down
back.
there.
They're back to the classic, like,
sluts.
yeah.
You know, when you go into vintage shops,
Sky horse.
old Playboys are actually
Why do they do
collectibles. It's crazy.
Depending on which one, though.
Yeah.
Some of them are worthless, but if you get that freaking one with Xena,
I tell you,
you know what?
Gabrielle.
she's not there. China. I had the China one.
No.
I like when I go to thrift shops and we're like digging and shit, right? When I do find a Playboy, I go like, oh fuck, and I feel like that teenager again. That's like, oh And what's crazy is in my fucking phone, I could see the craziest shit already. But picking up a
Gargoyle
magazine,
sucking dick.
Yeah. The feeling of holding a magazine, it feels so like, ooh, forbidden.
That's the playmate of that month, I think.
Hey, look,
Jillian Nation.
It beats Lizzo, okay?
By a slight margin.
We're
Yeah.
doing all right.
Today's video is brought to you by Factor. I love my meals from Factor. It's wonderful. They send it to me, and the best part of it is I don't have to wash no dishes, okay? They have a ton of options for you to choose from. Let's say you're on a diet like me. They got keto. Oh man, they got all kinds of cool stuff. With 40 options, with 8 kind of different dietary options, oh man, the options are endless. Back in the day, it used to be just a few things, and that was it. But now, you got the world on your fingertips. So if you want some really good, delicious meal preps, definitely check out Factor. So eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
I stopped buying magazines because I just put it next to the toilet.
See?
You are a inventor.
No.
You just realize you're just putting them on the toilet the whole time.
That's Lori Harvey, Steve Harvey's daughter.
Ooh. Not bad.
That's it.
You know what I liked about Playboy and what it represented? It was like,
Porn.
It's cool to jerk it.
no, I actually thought the whole 007 aspect of it was cool. Like you imagine like dressing up, going into a casino, and then you see like hot girls, and then like the whole Playboy brand, and then it's kind of like you aspire to be like when you're old and cool one day, you're gonna walk into a situation like that. But there's that level of class where like it's like adult entertainment and class. It doesn't really exist anymore. So it's like
Now it's like wear a suit and jerk it alone.
yeah, on the computer.
Yeah, on the computer.
You have your tuxedo wrapped around your ankles, and you're playing on OnlyFans or whatever.
I do like that world they created, even if it's not like realistic at all. But it's still a cool like universe they made.
I mean, the reality is probably much more like gross, but at least you imagine like a world of celebrity and high like social people, and then you just have like hot girls, and then you're playing casino stuff, and then you have a 007 situation where you pick a hot girl up.
Well, you know, Amazon just took over 007
Really?
You think they're gonna make it cheap?
from the Broccoli's. So the Broccoli's, like Albert R. Broccoli's daughter, like Barbara
The people that wrote the books.
and Michael G. Wilson, they
have the brand.
were producing it for a long time, and now it's Amazon's. And Amazon just cut them out, basically, like, because they couldn't come to an agreement. So now we're going to get, like, a current James Bond. It could be pretty exciting, Joe. Like, could be, like, James Bond sitting at his computer in a tuxedo, and he's, like, talking to an OnlyFans chick, and he's like, hey, like,
Tries to rescue
you
her.
should do more hardcore stuff, because, like, all this stuff is kind of whack. Like, you should
What do you think about you know, like one
stop
of the,
taking pictures and start taking dick.
You know, like one of
Make the jump already.
the big features about how people call Playboy like a toxic environment was what all the girls from the mansion had to say about it.
Yeah.
But yet, isn't the problem that there were so many of them? Like they all signed up to live in this place that all of them already knew the story.
I don't think it was exploitation.
But like that's what it means. Like it's not the stories weren't secret to them.
But
they
they
knew it coming in.
It was in a way too, because there was a power structure there, right? Like there was Hugh at the top, and then there was the bitches who protected Hugh, and then like there was like the judgy cunts under there, and like if you're a rook, you're in. We have to do certain things to get up there.
But then aren't they all like voluntarily walking into that?
Oh, well, yeah, no, for sure.
I think a lot of them got sold a dream because that was like part of the documentary behind it. It was like it was all false pretenses.
I didn't watch
You're
that.
gonna be a model.
Yeah, and then once you live in the house, then they have all this leverage over you. You're like,
And like, you need to ride Hugh's stiff dick tonight while he lays there.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was a brothel?
Yeah. Well, for the models at the top, right? Not all of them, but
Okay.
for the models at the top, the playmates, a lot of them were involved in that. Yeah. Like Holly Madison talked about it.
Yeah.
So wait, so you know how they always threw parties and stuff, and people just went, right?
Yeah.
And I never got a chance to go, but people were just like, yeah, it was kind of boring.
It is.
So like people just go, and they're just
gone once,
hot
yeah.
girls, right? I didn't know that there was a prostitution thing going on. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was kind of what Holly Madison helped to.
Well, I didn't watch the documentary.
I just read a lot of it, honestly. I didn't really watch it, but yeah.
So like those parties are pretty much ways to get like.
Yeah.
I think it's like any party where like the outer circle is just enjoying the party,
So it was
Yeah,
like P
that's
Diddy
exactly
shit.
what it is.
and then the inner circle's
That's
having
it.
a different time.
Oh, P Diddy shit, huh?
Yeah, exactly like that.
So after midnight, don't stay.
Like not everybody who went to the freak offs is probably guilty of the same crime.
Yeah.
but, I mean, you're there.
One of my friends says P Diddy throws hell of a party.
Friend's gay.
No.
Now we know he's gay.
No, she's a lady.
Was he a part of the white party?
No, she was like, I went to the BET. This is like right before he got popped too. Yeah. And she was like, she was talking all this shit about like, I can't believe he was doing all this. And then we were
'cause
like,
she was
did you
there.
go to the party? She was like, yeah, it was actually a really good party. She was like, it was actually really dope.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes
But
sense.
she, she didn't stay the whole time. In, out, Dunzo.
Yeah, man.
Good food, she said.
Tell us about
What kind of food?
Tell us about it.
I was one of those in outs. Like came for the party, hung out with people, had a good time, met some people, and then
How's the food?
great. They all had like private chefs and little waiters and stuff walking around.
A P Diddy?
Orders.
Did you go to the grotto? Was people fucking?
No, I didn't see anybody.
Did you see the animals?
No,
They have a
I was
zoo.
I was on the outside.
Oh.
You went over there, you didn't go to the zoo? Come on. I'm not buying
What
it.
were you wearing?
A red dress.
Nice.
It was like one of those really fancy cocktail parties.
Did they think that? Did they think that you were a bunny? Did they treat you as one of the bunnies?
No, they did not.
Was guys grabbing on you? So
Yeah, a few of them.
were they really actually?
No.
You sold me.
No,
the funny
Nikki
thing is-
actually went a bunch too, and she said it was pretty benign.
Yeah, it's pretty like a normal.
She said by then it was gross, and like most of the mansion was gross and like old.
it's a lot of older people.
Yeah.
A lot of
Like
older
how
people.
old? We're talking about 80s?
Like
Like
50, 60.
Old money, old money.
It's definitely an older crowd.
So are the girls all like 20 and then all the guys are like 60?
pretty much like what I
And the guys list is low.
is low. There's a ton of women there. Yeah.
So if you're a guy
That's where you go.
and
baby.
you're there, baby, yeah,
You're getting winning numbers over
good
there.
odds.
It's good.
But what's going on? Like nothing.
Mostly just talking and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, these days. But apparently in the 70s and 80s and
Lot of fucking.
early 90s, you had lots of fucking. And the grotto's like, whoa. Apparently.
And see, that's what I aspired to be when I was young.
There's like this pool. There's like a little cave pool and stuff like that.
Oh, that's sick.
Grotto.
Yeah. People are fucking in that pool.
Right? Fucking and sucking.
Just drowning.
Jizzing.
But when I imagine it, it's not so gross. When I imagine it, it's more like everybody looks good, but they're not having an orgy. Everyone's
music video, too.
everyone's kind of pairing up and then going off and having their little flings. That's how I imagined it.
Kind of, yeah.
But I didn't imagine it as like a disgusting orgy fuck fest where everyone's swapping dicks and shit.
I think it used to be that. It's not anymore.
So descriptive.
It was very much like this could have been any other ritzy, like high class party.
That's not fun either.
It wasn't.
But the food was sick.
Food was great.
Was anybody swimming in the pool?
Tons. Yeah.
That's a cum bath.
Yeah. Even people in their dresses too.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the coolest party that we've never been to.
Yeah. The coolest, lamest party.
If
we've
you're
ever
not
been to.
60 with a lot of money, you're not getting in, bro.
You gotta pay to get in.
Yep.
Red Foods was tight.
Is that whose?
Red Foods.
Oh yeah, that's basically.
Red Foods was tight.
Those are crazy parties.
Those are fucking gnarly.
They went to the mansion to party, and they said that those parties were really lame compared to the shit.
Super, like, yeah, you would think the shit that would happen at the Playboy Mansion, it should be switched. Yeah.
Do you think maybe
100%.
because they all aged out? So by that time in their 60s, all they want to do is maybe like talk to a pretty young girl and then they go to sleep at 9 p.m.?
No, I just think even like Fu and them, when they would go, they're not inner circle either. So they're not seeing the real party. You know
Just
what
call
I
him
mean?
Fu. Throw it away like that. So cool.
Steph. If I called him Stefan, that's even worse.
That's sick.
Yeah, because whoever that inner circle is probably just like rich old guys, and they're just being served like women.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Damn.
Well, that's what it was like with Huey. Apparently, he just laid there, and all the girls just took turns riding him, and he just laid there the whole time.
How boring.
I'm just also amazed that he even wants to do that.
I know.
At that age,
Like he's just like, bring it.
Yeah.
Bring me the 23-year-olds.
Probably.
Good for the guy.
Yeah.